Industry analysis of coconut businesses in the Philippines, strategies and opportunities. By myself, Isaias Borres, and my co-author, Romeo Mangahas. Romy. Okay. Slide, please. Okay. The coconut industry is an important sector of the Philippine economy, contributing significantly to employment and export earning. According to the Philippine Coconut Authority, the country is the second largest coconut producer in the world after Indonesia. That is according to PCA 2018. Coconuts are grown in over 68 provinces in the Philippines, providing livelihood to cover the 3 million farmers and their families. The industry involves the production of coconut oil, copra, coconut water, desiccated coconut, and other coconut-based products. The Philippine government has put in place policies and programs aimed at improving the productivity and competitiveness of the industry. The PCA leads effort to development of farmer training and provision to support services. Okay, signed in 2023. Falling level of production is one of the main issues with the export of coconut goods. And as a result, exporting nations were unable to satisfy global demand. Coconut is a tropical crop, does well in hot weather at 24-29 degrees. The palm grows most vigorously. Research questions. What is the status of coconut business using Porter's model in terms of 1.1 threats of potential entrants, bargaining power of suppliers, bargaining power of buyers, industry competitors, and rivalry among competing firms? Second, how do the respondents of coconut businesses respond to internal and external business stimuli with regard to pestle and SWOT analysis? Number three, what is the financial statement analysis of the industry as to current ratio, return on investment, return on equity, and profit margin? Okay, literature review. Diversification of product lines. This is one of the strategies for coconut business is to diversify their product lines. Emphasizing sustainability, okay, given growing concerns about sustainability and environmental impact, coconut businesses can differentiate themselves by emphasizing environmentally friendly practices. Okay, developing value-added products. Coconut businesses can also seek to develop more values-added products. Okay, entering the organic market. Another strategy is to focus on the growing demand for organic products, particularly in developed markets. Okay, that was collaborating with other industries. Coconut businesses can also explore collaborations with other industries, such as the beauty and personal care industries. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, let's talk about the challenges. There is a global demand for coconut products. The coconut industry in the Philippines is facing tremendous pressure to meet the rising global demand for coconut products, particularly coconut oil, coconut water, and coconut milk. Climate change also has an impact because climate change is affecting the coconut industry in the Philippines through challenges in rainfall patterns, increased heat and spread of pests and diseases, low productivity and profitability. The coconut industry in the Philippines faces the low productivity and profitability due to aging trees, irregular fruit bearing, and low adoption of modern technologies. Next line, please. Okay. We have the poor working conditions and low wages for the workers in the farm. Certification and traceability. Certification and traceability are becoming increasingly important. Next slide, please. Okay, we have the SWOT analysis. I would like to request Romeo Mga has, can you start now? Okay. There is no sound for my co-author, Romeo.
Noted,
Okay.
Doc. Yes. So I'm in.
Lakasan mo, bilisin mo.
Yes po, Doc. So
All right, go.
I'm here. Let me share first the.
Ito na.
Yes, Doc. I'm having technical difficulties with my laptop.
Okay.
Okay. So for the SWOT analysis, so the research intend to uh determine the strength, whereas it has a rich biodiversity and natural resources, resulting in a variety of coconut products, long-standing history of coconut farming, high demand for coconut products, both locally and internationally. Lastly, its geographical advantage, with the Philippines being a tropical country. On the other hand, the weakness of this coconut industry is or has a low productivity and profitability due to an aging coconut tree populations and the lack of modern technology usage. Next, unsustainable and unregulated practices leading to social and environmental degradations. Poor supply chain management resulting in a consistent productivity, insufficient government support and policies for the coconut industry. For the opportunities, coconut industry is a growing global demand for healthy and natural uh, food-related products, increasing the awareness and demand for sustainable and ethically sourced product. Research and development opportunities, the innovations were coconut-based products, implementation of certification programs to ensure sustainability and the traceability. And last, the threats of this, whereas competition from the countries producing coconut products are high, naturally disasters and climate change affecting productivity and supply chains, volatility in the global market, ongoing issues of poor working conditions and human rights violations in the coconut industry. I am very sorry. I have some technical difficulties. I cannot access
Ako na
the
lang.
browser
All right.
for some reasons.
Okay, next slide, please.
I'm sorry, Doc. I cannot access
Okay, I'll be the
the
one. Okay.
browser.
Mr. Technical Man, can you transfer it to me now? I'll finish it.
Yes, Doc.
Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Yes. Okay. Pestle analysis. Okay. This is one of the strategical tools that that uh, affect the different factors in the currency. We have the political, the government policies. We have the economic, the fluctuation in global market, and socio-cultural. The cultural deep significance of coconuts in the Philippines influencing consumption patterns and traditional practices, technological, the adoption of modern technology in processing and production in improving efficiency and quality. For the environmental, the impact of climate change on the industry affecting crop yields and product quality. For legal, compliance with environmental and labor laws such as Clean Air Act and labor standard. Next slide, please. Okay, we did the external factor evaluation. For the external factor evaluation, it considers various external factors that significantly impact the industry. These factors mainly include economic, environmental, social, and technological factors. Coconut industry heavily relies on weather conditions, which directly impacts its production and pricing. Okay, for the internal factor evaluation, okay, It considers various internal factors that affect. Then, okay, and we have these factors include production, processing, distribution, marketing. All right, next slide, please. Now
The
go to the
methodology,
methods. Romeo,
uh,
can I?
the research utilized the mixed method, the qualitative and quantitative, which give breadth and depth triangular method in the instrumentations. Process interview, questionnaire, and observations was also used to determine its financial performance with regards to its profitability, growth, and stability. Financial ratio analysis was used. However, to assess its attractiveness and competitiveness, Porter's 5 forces, SWOT analysis, and PESTEL were utilized. This study is concentrated the top 5 coconut businesses in the Philippines, which are fully operating in the National Capital Region as the head office with a total populations of 375. The primary source of data was the information generated through the survey questionnaires distributed to the owners and staff of the different coconut businesses. The secondary sources of data came from the online source of the government, Philippine Coconut Authority, financial statement, relevant manuals, circular memos, book, journals, and other relevant literature and researches were evaluated in order to extract further data. A total of 50 respondents from various locations participated in the survey. The study was carried out in the northern Mindanao of the Philippines, particularly in Misamis Oriental in Camiguin Province. The research region was specifically chosen due to the province's prominence in the coconut production and the fact that smallholding farming accounts for the majority of farming operations in the area. The research encompassed the small-scale coconut growers. The convenience sampling is also used and approach was applied. For the result and discussions, using the 5 models of Porter's, potential entrants are high, rivalry among competitors is also high, buyers' power is also high. However, for the power of supplier is insignificantly low as there are only 375 active coconut businesses according to. The reason why the result is low, it's because the manufacturing companies who are producing variety of products from the coconut, the supplier power is high when they are fewer in numbers. On the other hand, therefore, they can dictate the price. Supplier can affect an industry through their ability to raise prices or reduce the quality of purchased goods and services. A supplier is powerful if and only if the supplier industry is dominated by a few companies, but it sells to many, according to Ibanez 2014. Using the pestle analysis, the statistical result shows that the pestle factors faced by the respondents' pawn shop companies. The pestle factors are very important to consider as they may affect the totality of the business operations. Thus, this was rated great extent in all items, but the respondents having a grand mean of 3.91, also a verbal interpretations of great extent. The great extent impression suggests that the coconut businesses companies place a great importance on this aspect. Next, using the SWOT analysis, a marketing and management technique for determining the company's internal and external business environment is the SWOT analysis. This study provides information to help organizations align their resources and capabilities to the competitiveness environment in which they are operating. It stands for the threat, opportunity, weakness, and strength. As a result, it's a crucial for developing implementing strategies according to Ibanez 2014. As a result, strength of the industry has rich in biodiversity, second world producer of coconut, low production, available input materials, easy manufacturing process. For weaknesses, it has low productivity, low profitability, poor supply chain management, and lack of government support. For the opportunities, it is a high global demand, growing global market product innovations. However, the threats are the macroeconomic change, the climate change, the entry of new competitions, substitute products, increase in supply costs, increase in local government taxes, decrease in the customer's demand. For the strength, based on the table, suggests that this selected pawn shop company utilized the strength to great extent. For the weaknesses, it shows the response with regards to their weaknesses. It can be noted that high staff turnover was rated a moderate extent and may often time happen on lower level of the workforce, more particularly on the pawn shop staff, in which company cannot keep for a longer period of time unless certain quota is met and voluminous work. For the opportunity, this table illustrates how demand for potential presented to chosen cocoa or coconut enterprises is rising in a worldwide scale. It follows that these businesses can take advantage of any changes that are offered to them in order to maximize any potential advantages. The grand mean of 3.96 is understood as a great extent, and the fact that every single item raising was given a great extent score serve as an evidence for this. The population's constant growth yielded the brightest or the highest mean score of 4.10, followed by a 10% rise in the population, which will indicate an infinite potential for the sector. The
Next slide,
threats,
please.
the grand mean of 3.27 is translated as to moderate extent, indicates the risk to coconut enterprises are generally of moderate impact. The most important element that they may nonetheless have a significant impact to the strategic decisions making would be entry of new competitions, which should have new entrant have more technological capability, could result in declining market share and disruption to the score or to the core competences of the established enterprises. As to the financial analysis of the coconut businesses in the Philippines, Table 6 shows that the principal idea in analyzing financial ratio is that there are several major financial ratios obtainable from financial statement of the firm that reveal its financial health. The ratio can reveal much about company and its operations. Financial ratio is computed and compared with the industry average. Through the industry comparisons, the company may be able to compare the performance against the competitors and how they fare with them. For the conclusions, this study results concluded that the present supply chain has to be strengthened since there aren't enough facilities to process raw materials into finished goods or any other related coconut products like medications and cosmetics. In order to produce a higher quality items for export, it is strongly advised that an aggressive market development and technology commercialization plan be implemented immediately. The traditional coconut goods produced in the nations are produced at such high cost that they are less competitively priced on the international market. With the exception of core goods, it has therefore made little contributions to the export market. As to the recommendations based on the conclusions, it has to be improved because there are insufficient facilities to turn raw materials into things like cosmetics and medicines. Drawing from papers of review and limitations of the coconut businesses, this study offers to the following recommendations. First, cooperation between the participants in the coconut supply chain needs to be promoted if productivity in the sector is to be maximized. In order for the producer and manufacturer to fairly capitalize on feasibility and provide the volume and quality demanded by both local and foreign markets, policies and interventions should be tailored to the needs of the industry. This suggests modernizing the cultivations of coconut by giving farmers more authority and expanding the manufacturing sector to increase industrial activity. Lastly, in order to support the expansion of the business, it is critical to fortify the institutional ties between the Philippine government, coconut farmers, and the processing industry. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for listening. God bless us all. Thank you.